Hey, what's going on, everyone? We got the dollar here. Looks like broke previous highs. Came into a inverted hammer here. Had a double back here, 2-bar reversal. So reversal here, and then all we need to do is take out the top here on the reversal bar. And watch the dollar rise on up. Let's see what's resistance here at 102.50, 8. Pretty good run up to the 34, back into the 8 in for support. Pretty good reversal bar, broke previous highs, closed above previous highs here. It's just a little hop, skip, and a jump to get the other side over here. Looks like it's having trouble getting above or into previous lows, and then onward and upward past previous highs where the inverted hammer is. So take out the inverted hammer and see if it can go up. But nice bullish retracement right over the 34. That's a daily. Looks like for the week so far, it's still hitting that resistance. And it's that previous high on that daily and the previous lows on the daily. That's keeping it down. So then onward and upward, looks like S&P, Dow, and the NASDAQ. All really pumping it. Watch for those double tops. Watch for the open and making those double tops. Thought we might had a reversal over here, but it turned around. That's the NASDAQ. Same with the Dow. Looked like we had a top running. All of a sudden it gapped and ran today. And then the S&P, same thing. Looked like we had a reversal working. We had a 3-bar top. All of a sudden it gapped right over the top there and kept on going. So watch for those double tops coming in as the next candle opens up, as these are all opening or closing on their highs. Pretty amazing. Who knows where it's going? Just watch for those reversals. Let's see, crude. Crude did a little pop there. Pop outside the pattern, came back in. Looks like the old-fashioned throwback. Bullish retracement, back into support. So it looks like a little bullishness there. And we got the double bullish indicator going on down here. As it hit the other side of the channel or the pattern, came down and missed its natural course of return and doubled back, not reaching the other side of the pattern. So when I see that, I say double bullish. Coal, still working that double bottom. Got a nice bottom here, and then a consolidation right over the 8. We had an inverted hammer yesterday. Now we got a close above here. It looks like it's trying to knock out a bottom. It's a little push across the 13 here soon. See if that'll bump things up for coal. Coal had good news with Trump putting coal workers back to work, so I expect coal to be bullish, but right now it's inside this looks like a megaphone pattern. Nice reverse head and shoulders on the bottom. It trend line up, broke down, came into resistance, and now it's trying to get above. You can see that trend line. There. Oop. Come on now. So we had a trend line, it broke down, came back into resistance, doubled bottom, came all the way back into resistance. And now we're going to try again after we get through with this little double bottom going on right now. But looking for a churn. As I said earlier, coal got some good news last week. So let's see how this goes. Weekly's still looking bearish to me. So it's got a lot of work to do nonetheless. It is below the 8, or the 8, 13, and 34. It's crossed over the ridge on a weekly. It's still holding the line though, so once that breaks down, then we can talk. And the longer it stays below that 34, it's likely momentum's going to churn back over. And it looks like it's already started, but the daily's still keeping it up. Let's see what happens. TNX, 10-year Treasury note, still in the pattern. So let's follow the bouncing ball. Came across the 8, came back into the 8, down into the 13 for support, back into the 8, back into the 13. Now it's trying again. So inside that pattern, back and forth between the 13 and the 8. So as the pattern gets tighter and tighter and tighter, price is going to have to make a decision up or down. So it's coming soon. We got a long line of lower highs, kind of a flat, slopey incline here, but price is going to come into this pattern and then try to break out or break in, one of the two. It's taking its time no matter what. And then it held the line here, came down into the other side of the pattern, came into the other side of the pattern, and held. Pretty nice big gap here. We'll see if this can get over to the top here and break out. Otherwise, sooner or later, this will have to come back down into the other side of the pattern. But it looks double bullish here on a daily. Looks bullish on both charts, weekly and a daily. But again, momentum dies the longer it stays going sideways. It's likely to fall over. But the daily, I mean, daily looks really bullish. It's above the averages now. Got a weekly goal of closing above the previous high. Let's see if we can get up there. Previous high is support. See if we can get up there. I'm thinking this will double back and come back down to the other side of the pattern. But we'll see. Nice little pop. Nice little high-level consolidation. Watch those averages. The longer it spins up there, keep that price above the averages. Start pulling those averages up over the pattern. See what happens. It's like the Nikkei is trying to break out. Came across the 34, came back into support. Now it's got that U pattern. See if it'll bust out. It's pretty close. Have to change our opposing point. Now, there's your breakout point. came across the 34, back into resistance. Came down, reversal bar right here. Gapped above the 8, kept going, gap, gap, gap. Came down, back and forth, gapped across all forms of resistance, short-term resistance, and then came back down. And now we got this little bullish retracement back into support, and then the carry on right here. Watch for a flat top break at 9.5, I guess, 19.5. See what happens. Shanghai. It's pretty bullish there. Coming off those reversal bars. Very slow and methodical consolidation right over that 34. Came up, came back in, nice hammer, and it's continuing. Look for previous high breaks. Probably reach a double top, come back down into support and try again. Or it could just slice on through, who knows. But resistance is coming. You got previous lows. Next line of resistance is 3,400. Got a gap in previous highs right there, 34. I got previous lows at 33.25. Lots of resistance going up, but nonetheless, pretty nice consolidation right over that 34 for weeks. Actually, a year. Going on a year plus. Pretty nice. Gold. Gold had a little trouble, but then picked up the pace, gathered its legs, and I believe closed above, well, it closed right in between the 8 and the 13. Came down, tested support level, closed right above the 13, still working a double top at 1240, so we need to get above there. Still working a double top here at 1244. So it's right there, it's building, hasn't given up yet. And on a weekly, it just looks like a little sideways action. Trying to get over that 34. You can see the cross now on the 8 over the 13. Came over, retraced, flat top break. Now we're working a little double top. Need to get over that 34. See if we can find that dip today. You can see the breakdown here. Came back into resistance, and just really just, you got the AV bottom here, and the 2-bar reversal encompassing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 candles, previous candles, even busted through previous lows, and got stopped out, rejected, coming in 1235, gathered its legs a little bit and popped over, consolidated the rest of the day. Pretty nice, pretty resilient, all in all because of the monthly chart, or the long-term chart. Doesn't have to be the monthly, but the long-term chart shows the cross over the 34, the bullish retracement, and the previous high breaks opening this month. So we're still bullish. It could retrace, but those are when you buy the dips on a bullish trend. In my opinion, the trend has changed. Last January, which is right in this area. We had that steep decline and then the accumulation, consolidation, and then the pop across the 8 and 13, came into support, flat top break, and it's sayonara right there. And a nice pullback in May, made a new high. It was the end of June is when that came down. So then the next 3 months, or 6 months, came all the way down, and now we've been riding this little thing since the new year started. It's been pretty good. I wish the miners would pick up the pace. Silver, same thing. Looking for it to pop across. I don't know what it's waiting for. We have a 2-bar reversal here, so we need to take that out. Two-bar reversal top here. Came down, came down. It needs to, it needs to get above 18 for support. Get above previous highs for support. See what the previous highs are. We on a daily, we're below the 8. Still holding support on the 13. Just a real quick jaunt right over the 34 for silver. Silver's in a good position. So far it's being stopped out. We got the cross already. A lot of times you might see price come back down in as the cross happens. So that's, I think we've got a little delay here. Going sideways. Price could have pulled all the way back in, but it's got some strength. We've got a nice inverted hammer down here on the weekly silver. It's been up and up since then. Previous high break on that silver inverted hammer, it's gone up. 16.25 all the way to 18. Pretty nice. Copper. Still working that 1-2 punch. Slow as molasses. Got that 1-2 punch on the monthly. Weekly, we got a reversal bar working. It's more of a throwback. We need to get above previous highs, and it has. So hopefully, it got above previous highs, so we got support. Hopefully we can get above the next previous highs, and you can see where it got rejected so far. It looks like a 1-2 punch. The little throwback, those 1-2 punches. GDX, looks like it's being rejected. It's looking so good, now it's being rejected. Let's see. Looks like a gap down. Came down into support on the daily. I guess it's coming down to meet that 8. May take a while, it looks like. The 8's coming up this way. Maybe next week it'll hit that 8 and bounce. But it looks like it's retracing pretty legitimately. Just came down into support. Looks like it could take one more leg down into support on the daily, but we got plenty of support on the way down. I don't see it going too far, but you never know. Looks like GDXJ came out into support and bounced back, but still, we got a double top here. It came down below support, and so this could come down into support as well. Right now, it's still above that top support line. So we're still working with support on GDXJ, but could very well come back into the previous pattern. And we don't want to see that for too long because then momentum will die and then the whole pattern will fail. Don't want to see that. Looks like Nugget came into support and bounced. Same with JNUG. See if it'll come down into support. It already broke down. It's got lower highs. It looks like just the elongated throwback back into support after the breakout on this reverse head and shoulders. Bitcoin, big winner today, up like 40 bucks. It's coming into previous highs on that long-term chart. So it's almost there. I'm thinking it's going to make maybe a dip into resistance and kind of stair step consolidate. That way it could break to new highs. But this is pretty much straight up into resistance here shortly. So by all means, if it's got enough juice, break on up. Maybe it'll break across and come back into support. That's another reason, but it's got to take a rest sometime. 40 bucks today, that's pretty good. Pretty nice. CLF. Looks like a little gainer today. It's green for the week. Looks like it came into support. Now it's bouncing back up. Watch that 8. Hold the 8 all the way up. That's what we need. AG coming down in support. Pretty weak breakout as far as I'm concerned. But it's still in there. A reverse head and shoulders. Could be just a wider angle on the shoulder. Coming into support. Look for reversals at the support lines. Previous highs on this one. Let's see. There we are, right where the 34 is. So it's got a little bit of room. Just looks like a pullback on the miners. Let's see. I'm betting on uranium this week. This one kind of fell over after that nice run. It might need a little bit more time. Obviously, it got rejected here. So hold the line. Hold the line. Long term on URRE, it's got that nice J curve. So whenever this decides to break out, it could be very, very nice. But it looks like we have some waiting to do. That's a monthly. The weekly is just fine. It's just gathering its legs. It looks like it got rejected here. Hold the line. We got plenty of support here. If it breaks that line of support, comes back in, then we have a pattern. Looking for that opposing point to come down into support. Looks bearish from here. I don't know how long it'll last. You can see the breakdown this morning. Would just be a scare tactic. I think that it closed above 2, and then they painted the tape below 2 at the end of the day, at the end of the close. So we'll see how we open tomorrow. URA. Let's take a look on the longer term. You got a reversal bar working. confirming now. So watch out for that one. UEC came down a little bit more today. So we got support. 148. Just looks like a high level consolidation. Looking for a breakout to the upside, hitting that long trend line in and around 2 to 220. I got previous highs at 3. So it just looks like it's not ready yet. I figure gold and silver were gonna retrace a little bit, and I thought that uranium was gonna pick up the pace. This hammer here, still confirming. So let's break this on the upside instead of trying to teasing it on the downside. That hammer has to hold. Let's see if we can get a break on the upside instead. Looks like a bounce and then a retracement again. Closing near its lows though, so I don't like that. But again, we're working with a double top at 192 still. Came down, made a hammer. Looks like just a little gather your legs kind of situation today. I'm paying attention to EX. There it is. I like this longer term pattern. Let's take this out. I like this. I'd like to see a break there, a downward trend line, but nice consolidation over the 34, and it looks like it wants to break. So watch for previous high breaks on this. 150, and it's blue skies. You got to pass up some little dealy odds over here, but it looks pretty like a pretty clean break. I got resistance right where it's at now. I got resistance at 176. So take out this high, and then we got all the way up to 230, 250. I like that one. GG's still in play, I believe. Look at that double bottom on GG, the monthly chart. So lots of good plays coming up. I got NAK. Someone asked a question about HL. Looks like we got a 2-bar reversal here. High level consolidation. Break outside the pattern. Close above previous highs. There. And so there's our channel. And it looks like it wants to go. Could be good. NAK. Looks like it broke previous lows below 2. Still working a double top at the top. It's a weekly chart. That's a nasty 2-bar reversal if it closes this low on a monthly chart. You can see the breakdown. We closed below the weekly 8 yesterday, so it's just a continuation. I got support, next line of support at previous low and previous highs in and around 140. Ultimate support at 115. So could it come all the way back to 1? I don't know. Be a nice buyback if it did. Remember what CLF did at one time? Let's see if we can find CLF on that retracement. This one right here. No, this. Oh yeah, this one right here. Remember this breakout and then came all the way back in like 100% retracement. Pretty badass. I'm wondering if NAK is thinking about doing that. It's only 60 cents off from $1. So anywho's, I got support here at previous high, previous low at 150. If it breaks down from there, I got support line in and around 12, just above 12. Or, excuse me, just above 1. As you can tell, I'm probably really, really tired, so. What else we got here? AUI kind of took a dump. Just retracing though, so keep your heads in the game. We had a long downfall, came across, now into support. VGZ, let's make sure this stays outside the pattern. Looks like it's trying to come back inside the pattern. But nonetheless, VGZ did not take 2 legs or 3 legs down. It consolidated. So this little pullback is nothing compared to what everyone else has been experiencing. So I still like VGZ. Goro. All these are coming back into support on a weekly. This one should be coming back into support here shortly. Finished with his. But after that big run, I don't know if I would buy back or try to find a bottom on this. Unless it consolidated, found some opposing points, made a pattern, and broke outside the pattern. Nonetheless, pretty good run. But you can see the monthly is a total bullish retracement back into support. Holding that balance point. So I got an opposing point here, I got an opposing point here. And basically, it's not perfect, but an opposing point here. So stay above that balance point. EXK, that's a beautiful little pattern across the 34 on a monthly. Bullish retracement back into support, now it's pumping. Let's see. Watch a previous high break. I do like silver better than gold for miners, but that's just my preference too. So PVG, nice consolidation. Let's find a churn in this bad boy. Looks like it's coming back inside the pattern. Let's see if we can close above as it came back in, and now it's trying to get back outside. So is this the bearish retracement back into resistance, allowing for price to come back in? Or are we going to see that quick U right across the resistance line? Time will tell. Oh, CNAB, of course. I bought today hemp. I was looking for a churn. Haven't found it yet. That's a weekly. Oh, that's not the right chart, I don't think. No, that's not the right chart. Never mind. What was it? CNBX? Yeah. This one, wouldn't you have liked to be in this one? was in my watch list. I skipped over it plenty of times, but it busted out, came back into support, broke previous highs, came back into support. We had a flat top break, inwards, upwards to that top pattern here, and it just exploded. Nothing like a 600% price gain from $1.50. Well, maybe it's not a 600%, but you know what I mean. Look at that. It's just beautiful. Just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Right there. Nothing holding back that thing. GPL, still bullish on this. Watch for maybe just a little pullback, but these flat top breaks sometimes can break right on through. Just never know. But you can see how extended it is. Maybe a little pullback, a little cup and handle, little right handle up there. This is the old Brasilia Resources. For the life of me, I don't know why they changed their name, because I forgot all about this, the name change, and haven't been following it at all. But someone mentioned it, and here we are. We got a reverse head and shoulders. Pretty nice move across the 8, back and forth between the 8 and 13. Watch the pop above the 13 into resistance. 34 there. And that's about it, guys. Appreciate you watching. Let me know what's going out there. And hang on, as things will get volatile when prices break across that 34 on the weekly chart. So just be prepared. I'll see you.